Hand clap to the massive brothers and sisters. Welcome to another Vibrations on this here Friday edition for this Mr. Licks Reacts channel right there. Big up all yourself for definitely tuning in to this here Vibrations. I do appreciate every single one of you guys. And of course today is Friday, brothers and sisters. Hopefully BB don't run out. Look at us drink BB. But hey guys, big up the masses of the land all over the place, guys. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button, click the like button, and of course subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they tend to come through right there and then. Without further ado, brothers and sisters, let us get into the vibrations, for which we have this very picture that you're seeing. I'm sure a number of you guys know, but for those who don't know, this is actually in Wharton Waven. Where is this place, you might be asking? This is actually what is known as Cruise, brothers and sisters. This area right there, and of course Cruise is on fire. It's blazing right now. This area looks like the individual, where the individual tends to I guess where the office is, where the establishment, where he tends to stay most of the time when individuals go to enjoy the pool. The owner actually, that looks like that area right there. And of course this is a video of it right there, brothers and sisters. It is real and true. It's not AI technology that you're seeing right there. And of course it might have been that maybe it was hot. I don't think it was hot though, because there was some serious rainfall and it was cooling the environment. Could have been something that was probably on inside there, or maybe, you know, maybe somebody was cooking a meal or something of that sort was happening, and you know that took place right there. Hopefully, you know, the individual is okay. Everybody was inside there, so you know, but also I hope that the individual gets a bill back right there. Build back better. Is that the phrase that we are sticking to? Build back better, brothers and sisters. Talking about build back better, we have the legendary Build Back Betters themselves right there. And of course they actually made a song. I don't know, I think this is an AI song, but they made that song right there, brothers and sisters. And this is how it went right there.
In the House of Parliament, she chat away.
She chat away.
Talking about creamy things, leading us astray.
Leading us astray. You know, when you hear about creamy things, sometimes that can be a good thing and can be very, very bad. But in that case, brothers and sisters, she's trying to lead us astray.
She said ice cream shops open all day long.
But I don't think she said it was open all day long, but she said it was open for longer hours. I don't think it was open for longer hours. I think they tend to open late, you know, and then they close late, you know. But hey, we'll see how that is, because you know people don't eat ice cream in the morning. Could be, who knows.
But in Dominica, business sing a sad song. Creamy chaos, mind in a clash. Government empty, they talk pure trash. People listen with the jargon think.
Government like to talk their trash, brothers and sisters. There's something rather interesting I have to point out in a moment. Let's continue.
She said business bright, but we see the truth.
We see the truth, brothers and sisters. Business bright, but they're suffering to stay open. Many cannot stay open. Close, but business bright. Let them fool you still.
Dominica shop stock, they need more proof.
What do you say? Dominica short staff, it need more proof.
Dominica shop stock, they need more proof.
What do you say there? Dominica short staffed? Dominica short stacked?
Dominica shop stock, they need more proof.
They need more proof? Anyways, let's continue.
She paints a picture, creamy in her mind. But for us silent folks, better jobs we need to find.
Better jobs you need to find. Where you finding these jobs, brothers and sisters?
Creamy chaos.
Overseas you tend to find these jobs. Overseas. Many people are leaving Dominica to go where? You think they're going vacation time? Time for me to go and free. No, they're going overseas for them to try their best to find jobs, brothers and sisters. But Finella and the rest, they seen jobs. Boy, creamy words make the heart sink. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Creamy chaos, guys. Yes, sir.
Creamy words make the heart sink. From the market to the farm, we're strong and proud.
Market to the farm, we're strong and proud. True.
they talking too loud.
Yes. Empty barrels make the most noise.
She bring chaos to the house.
Chaos to the house, if I imagine she say.
With words so poor. In Dominica life, we need more.
We need more, brothers and sisters. In a matter of fact, we need something so that we can get more from it. But without nothing, so fathers for more.
Creamy chaos, mind in a clash. Government empty, they talk pure trash. People.
You're talking pure trash. Pure. You know what it is to talk pure trash?
Listen what the jargon
Listen to Parliament when scare them speaking.
think. Creamy words make the heart sing. So we stay true to the island vibe. Creamy chaos, we cast aside. Government chat, we rise above. In the Caribbean sun, we seek love.
I remember they was talking about a particular app that was creating songs, guys. I think you just have to pretty much just put words in there and then they do the thing and then you can edit it afterwards. It seems like that's what these individuals do. But jobs. They are claiming in Dominica, and people actually live in Dominica to try to find the very jobs that they claim are in Dominica. Very interesting stuff right there. Not only that, the brothers and sisters, but we have this. They have nothing left but garbage. Escort them out of the office, brothers and sisters. Escort them out. We have this one. I don't know who Mamzelle is, but she's talking about BB. We'll get to that in a moment, brothers and sisters. But take a listen to this.
Man, good day, brother. Interesting news. You know, we've just gotten off the phone with one of our contacts in St. Lucia, who has confirmed with us that Melissa Pope-Skerrit has activated a mobilization team in St. Lucia.
I guess elections will be calling soon, ain't it?
In terms of getting Dominicans in St. Lucia ready and prepared to be in Dominica for December.
Of course. Not at Christmas. Not true. Everybody come for Christmas.
For a general election. So the whole plan appears to be that Dominica is going to have a snap election in December to be announced somewhere around the end of November, early December.
So you have elections in 2019, then you have elections in 2022, and then you have elections in 2024. It's not too far-fetched to believe that, you know, guys. It's not too far-fetched to believe that at all. Since we're hearing that Skerrit is planning to implement his electoral reform. And of course, he's going to do that through Parliament. He has the majority, obviously. What do you think is going to happen? It's not going to be reflecting the will of the people. Not at all. That should have been done donkey years ago.
That is the plan. Melissa has begun a mobilization in St. Lucia. It's not hearsay, it's concrete. We have that from our contacts on the ground. And that is what, and it's connected back to this whole, we've seen this whole jobs conversation in this parliamentary session. It's not an accidental conversation. That's why these people are so disoriented about how they've been presenting it. Because it was a last minute sort of preparation, a collective preparation to present that idea.
Jobs, guys. We always hear them talk about the jobs business. Jobs, we have that day, you know, guys. We have that day. Man, look at day, you know.
Jobs. I see jobs and jobs and jobs and more jobs. More jobs, you know. Let me see more jobs.
They couldn't even be creative with it. You couldn't say, so one person say employment, the other person say, you know, something else, you know. Employment, they'll be hiring, you know, jobs. All of them saying jobs. And Melissa come with the additional more jobs. Don't you think that was a concerted effort that they're telling the people to do? So it's not too far-fetched, the brothers and sisters, when this individual is saying that. Now, I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but what I can tell you is based off what they were literally saying. It seems like they were doing it word for word.
Jobs. I see jobs and jobs and jobs and more jobs. More jobs, you know. Let me see more jobs.
But we're not seeing the jobs, because the only jobs we've seen is when people leave Dominica to go overseas, literally.
Of jobs, because that appears to be their biggest liability going into an election. And so that is why you have
because
this sort of
people not getting jobs. So this time when they're trying to do elections now, they're trying to get the people to do what? Oh, jobs coming, yay, Marina coming, yay, we're somebody.
Disconnected thing where intelligent people do not even know how to speak of the idea of jobs, because they had no intent of speaking about jobs. This is what was outlined just before the parliament, rushed and organized.
Guys, some people looking at it from a Dominica perspective. I don't look at it from a Dominica perspective now. I'm looking at this from a global perspective. What is happening all across the world, including the United States and the elections. Dominica doing the same kind of sentiment too. Well, hopefully Canada gets to throw Trudeau very soon. But hopefully they don't put another puppet inside there to replace Trudeau, boy. That is, boy, all you understand, boy, tell you. And it's like you seeing it and you're trying to tell people, hey guys, this is what's going on. And people still, boy, I will never forget when the great book says that even if somebody were to come from the dead, from the grave, and warn mankind not to go there, they will still not listen. Brothers and sisters, one of the greatest elections that will take place in history in the United States in November. If Kamala wins this election, they will try their best to see what they can, curb it. If Kamala wins this election, brothers and sisters, the Western world will cease to exist. No, matter of fact, let me replace that. The Western world will die, thus fulfilling Bible prophecy, guys. And I myself, I know it has to come through. But it can be postponed, Not in my lifetime. Make it happen in somebody else's lifetime. Not in my lifetime, my goodness. And you're telling people these things, man. And people, oh my God.
So we're telling you straight what the plan is. A snap election in December is concrete. It's concrete.
And if Skerrit stays in power now, or he hands it over to his minions, that's more downfall for Dominica. Because what the DLP government is doing is creating a socialistic environment where they build stuff for you, they do things for you, and you just obey it or you just agree, okay, that's it, okay, thank you so much for supplying this for me, while they are the ones literally destroying the economy. Can anybody tell me why aren't there factories being built? Why aren't we utilizing waters to send all over the world? Why aren't we protecting our rivers? Certain things that need to take place is not taking place, yet still they will tell you that they are building houses for people. And they'll consider that some sort of economic development. Really? And they will try to pass their laws, not the people's laws, for elections so that they can maintain power. You think Skerrit them want to lose power? Brothers and sisters, power is a sweet thing, sweet. When you can control the masses and have the masses fearful of your direction and your directives. Do you guys understand what is happening in the world, boy?
And that is why the Prime Minister was so forceful yesterday about who's coming at him and is not scared and he's going to pass that, because the plan is to pass this thing in August
so that he can beat this system again. It is not the reflection of free and fair elections, brothers and sisters. It is him wanting to pass his own merit. For example, he will say, but all you ask for voter ID cards, I give all you voter ID cards. What else are you complaining about now? It's not necessarily basis of voter ID cards, it's what is on voter ID card that will matter. But he will say, but all you ask for it, I give it to all you. Not true? All you ask for the DBS, I give it to all you can go DBS without the consequence. There's always, I will give you something. It's kind of like Satan. You will not surely die. Take it, you won't surely die. You take it, you stay alive, but you realize it's die, you're dying. Boy, I tell you, boy, it's truly something else here in this world. Truly, I don't understand how people not seeing that here.
To pass this electoral reform package in August to set the stage for a snap election in December. So we want to call upon the forces on the ground, bro, that this schism and this separation and this division, it has to end.
One of the reasons why people, they do not want to clear the voters list, they always complain, oh no, that is the people's right or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But they living outside. Make it make sense. You living outside overseas, enjoying another economy. And people in the country saying we want a change in government. The majority saying we want a change in government. The present ruling government doesn't want that. They don't want a change. So they bring in foreigners to come. Not foreigners, they bring in people from overseas who live in and enjoying an economy overseas while the people in the very country is quiet and feeling the pain. I heard one saying, BB finish. Man have to drink rum to numb their pain. And she think that is a good thing. Boy. Like the other one was saying, the jobs are open, business places are opening for longer hours because they are not able to meet the quotas. You think they're opening for longer hours because they're making a lot of money? Taking by making so much money, let me stay open for longer so I can make more money. No, is that not the reason why? They said open because they cannot make the amount of money to meet at least trying to meet half of their quotas. I talked to a number of the businesses in Portsmouth, you know. So I know some of the things and struggles that they're going through. I will not pinpoint them, but I can definitely tell you stories and make a comparison between them. They are suffering. Some are barely making it. I remember the lady telling me she saved $5 for the month. She happy because she know at least she get to save something. $5, we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $5. And you have been in business for donkey years. $5. I say that lady must be exaggerating. I say she exaggerating, eh? Because I couldn't believe what she was telling me. I know them man coming to vote to put themselves back in power, to do things for themselves. They're making themselves rich, they're increasing their salary, they're buying how much vehicles for themselves, all kind of things. They're even getting vehicles from their friends from overseas. And then the people in Dominica are watching that happen to them. And they're wondering why they're not going forward. Really?
It has to end. It has to end. There needs to be a serious conversation about mobilization of the people and putting our differences aside and organizing for once and for all a united front. It is necessary.
This is why I don't understand. Why are there so much opposition parties? It's supposed to be one party there to remove the rebellion that is happening in government against the people. So much different parties trying to come up as if that is a good thing. That is not a good thing at all. Because then you're going to be splitting the votes. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that, boy? I remember speaking to Dr. Thompson Fountain on the basis of his elections and saying he won by 2 votes and this kind of things there. Can you imagine if an independent candidate came in and that independent candidate came in and got 10 votes? Huh? Got 10 votes taken away. Humans. And I just watched some of them complaining on giving their views on Facebook. And it's like human beings they just cannot, some of them just not reasoning at all. No logical outcome. Just feelings, man, going off. Feelings. That is how I feel. Boy. Ila sweet. Ila.
It is necessary. The mobilization, as far as we understand, is going to be starting in the Virgin Islands in the next coming weeks, and Guadeloupe and these other places. But St. Lucia has been activated actively on behalf of Melissa Poponne-Skerrit.
It's interesting that I'm watching this photo right there, guys. Jobs, jobs, jobs. Dominicans are running to Antigua, St. Martin, St. Kitts, St. Thomas. They're going to a number of places, including St. Lucia. These people will leave Dominica to try and find betterment for themselves. Melissa then going to find them overseas to bring them to Dominica so that they can vote to tilt the elections to their favor. The very people who ran away from Dominica are coming to tilt the scale so that certain people stay in positions when the majority of individuals want change. This is why everybody in Dominica is supposed to go and vote. Everybody who's eligible in Dominica to vote should register to vote to tilt this scale back to the people. There's no about, oh, they're going to win, let me leave that. None of that, brothers and sisters. The amount of persons that say, oh, they're going to win again. What are you voting for? What are you voting for? If the thousands of people were saying that, brothers and sisters, the outcome would be different. The thousands of people that have been led or duped to believe that, oh, they're going to win again, even though they're cheating. Brothers and sisters, you can overcome the theft. You can overcome the theft if the people decide, you know what, brothers and sisters, we feel it in Dominica. Brothers and sisters, I watch in Dominica, and Dominica has so much So much potential, boy. And I'm watching none of the potential using. Dominica is an agricultural nation, and what in agriculture elevating, brothers and sisters? What? We moved from $200 million to $120 million, $80 million, $150 million in bananas in agriculture alone for the year. Now agriculture dropped to $5 million. And only waiting for Scary to go and get money from overseas in CBI when Dominica has the potential. My goodness gracious. Well,
so it's time for, we have work to do. We have serious work to do.
I don't think we have work to do now. Just like when people saying, oh boy, why Lennox them do have meetings and this kind of things all over the place. All you feeling the pain we? It's like you getting blows, you in a house and the house on fire and you feeling the heat in the house. Somebody have to tell you, Ella, come out from the house. Somebody have to come and tell you to come out from the house and you feeling the heat in the house. Somebody have to come and tell you to come out from the house that you're feeling heat in. Really? It's always mind-boggling when I've seen these guys.
Mr. Speaker, Dominica is a place where we can realize dreams.
Imagine that. Look at the things that they were saying, guys.
And again, Mr. Speaker, all I can see is jobs, jobs, jobs. I see more economic growth. And I see jobs and jobs and jobs and more jobs.
And people boy.
More jobs, you know. Plenty more jobs. Mr. Speaker, even the ice cream shop opens for longer hours and business bright and creamy.
You know I have to leave that in.
Mr. Speaker, when I pass it on, all BB finish, you know. All BB and Pink Grapefruit is our national rum.
So you think that rum finishing in a country, you think in a place where people progressive, you think is rum not going to finish, brothers and sisters? You think is rum they thinking of? Look, I've been to rich neighborhoods all across the world, brothers and sisters. I've been to poor neighborhoods all across, well, in the United States and the Caribbean. I've been to a number of poor places, brothers and sisters. And the places that have the most rum drinking, you think it's in the rich neighborhoods? When I see the rich neighborhoods, I see they have wine collections. I see they have a number of things. I remember one of my partners, the boy have the whole downstairs from left to right, just have things curating. And when you take a bottle is like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Man going and buy, what they buying in the thing for $45 and they feeling heavy. They feeling heavy drinking. I even forget Black Daniels, no, whatever. What are the things, they brothers and sisters? Man feeling happy, boy, they drinking these things and that is their life. Who does drink more rum than people in poverty, brothers and sisters? Who drinking? She's admitting how poor the country is. BB, man, have to go and numb the pain because of the very economy that they have created. And she thinks that is a good thing.
Mr. Speaker, when I pass it on, all BB finish, you know. All BB and Pink Grapefruit is our national rum.
Boy. This is what somebody told me today, guys. Take a listen.
Hey, boy, Mr. Lex. What's up, big man, boy? Dominica is getting real terrible. The place is getting terrible, my boy. We need to do something for Dominica. We need to save Dominica. Dominica is going down the drain.
We actually asked the individual, what have you done? The individual told me nothing. It's interesting. The individual here is saying, we need to do something. My question to him, what have you done? He said, boy, I haven't done nothing. When they're calling for people to come and learn about what is happening and this kind of thing, there's nobody, very few showing up. When I say very few, I mean a few hundreds. I expected to see tens of thousands of people showing up, brothers and sisters. And then this person is sending me this message.
Mr. Lex, what's up, big man, boy? Dominica is getting real terrible. The place is getting terrible, my boy. We need to do something for Dominica. We need to save Dominica. Dominica is going down the drain. My light bill has gone up.
So while Dominica going down the drain, your light bill and expenses going up. Your salary is going up too now. your salary is meeting the adequate amount. Now, brothers and sisters, keep in mind, even if they were to increase salaries, it still doesn't meet the demand that of which inflation has placed on your salary. You know that? So since your salary was not upgrading for the past 20, 25, 30 years, it hasn't. It pretty much was getting the same thing around that time, during that time, which means your salary should have probably increased 3 or 4 times by now. Not true. When I look at places in St. Kitts and the individuals working in the banks compared to the individuals working in Dominica and the kind of money that they're making in the bank, brothers and sisters, there's a massive difference of the amount of money is doing. People doing the same job but just in a different economy. I'll never forget the story of the father telling his son to take this stone and go to the market or go to the neighbor, go and present it to somebody. Go to the neighbor, let's start with the neighbor, and if the neighbor asks you how much for this stone, tell him 5. That neighbor within that economic standing would give you, okay, 5, okay, here's $5 for it. You go to the market, you bring that same stone, and if they ask you how much for it, say 5. You don't change in your words, you don't say 5. But because of where they are, brothers and sisters, okay, 5, okay, might give you $50. You might go to a small business and say, hey, that stone looks like something I want to add to my business. And the person asks how much for it, they will say 5. In that bigger business, in that bigger understanding where more money is flowing, you tell them 5. They won't say, okay, look, $5 for it. They might tell you $500 for it. You go to a corporation, brothers and sisters, they ask the same question, how much for it? You respond 5. They will give you $5,000 for that very thing that you got $5 for in the neighbor. It is not on the basis of what you have, brothers and sisters, but where you are. Talking about myself, brothers and sisters, doing videography in Dominican, videography in the United States. I was going to say the total amount. Let's just say what I got, $1 for $1, okay? So if something is costing $100 in Dominica, it's 100 US in Dominica. $1 for $1, brothers and sisters. What I would get in Dominica is 10 times more. $1 for $1. So EC versus US. Okay, I just said 10 times more. So if I was getting $10, I would get $1,000. 10 EC dollars, I'll get $1,000 US, brothers and sisters, for doing pretty much the same thing, and probably even less work than I would be doing in Dominica. Brothers and sisters, sometimes the viability factor for your elevation is to leave. Is to leave. When people ask me to do different gigs here and there, brothers and sisters, I tend to pass it on to the other Dominicans or the people I know who are involved in that field, because I know the struggle that I went through here. Oh my goodness. But then people from overseas will come to keep Dominica down. I've heard a lady saying that she will come down to vote, you know, not on the basis that she actually cares about Dominica, but she does not want Dominicans to do better than her. Imagine that. Imagine that.
Everything has gone up, man, and nothing is happening in the country, man. Nothing is happening in the country. We need something to happen. We need something. We need to do something. We cannot stay in that situation we are in. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to leave this country. Mr. Leaks, things are bad. Things are terrible. Things are bad. Things are terrible. Everything this PM put his hand on is going apart. Everything he put his hand on is dying. Everything, my partner. No, we're not in it anymore. We going down.
Brothers and sisters, I always hear certain people talking, and they always say, that's the same person that tell me they have not done anything. Right? They know the country is going on. What have you done? I really and truly have not done nothing. So hopefully that individual would decide, you know what, it's time for me to do something. Well, he has indicated, you know, hey, let's do something, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He's also indicated that he wants to leave because Dominica is getting terrible. Boy, if all you know. Well, it's the people are making their choice, Mr. Leaks. The people are making a choice. Doesn't matter if you talk to them, and sometimes there's agree with you. I'll never forget. making little arguments in people in Portsmouth, you know, and they're talking about certain things as, Mr. Lazar, you could say this, and you break it down for them, and, you know, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes they would tell you, but Mr. Lix, you know what you're saying there, that makes sense, you know, and I agree with what you're saying. I will never forget at a particular business, the individual meet me and say, but Mr. Lix, I like your videos, you like your videos. I say, I hope you listen. I say, yes, I listen in you. But you're scared what to call elections. Tomorrow you voting. Was scared. Kind of like the same guy that was crying, the DJ fella that was crying, talking about he feeling the blunt in Dominica and crying because he know people doing worse than him. And then a few minutes later he'll say he's still voting for the very people that are keeping him and the others who are doing worse than him down. Not just the other day, they all came together, the DJs came together to have a meeting. Then they tried to do something in Old Mill, and that was it, brothers and sisters. That was it. And then I heard one of the DJs. I met him in St. Martin. I met one of the DJs DJing and saying, New York, call for me, check for me. Pleading for New York to call for him so he can get a little $us. Does this state Dominica has come, brothers and sisters? Hélas, I go a little too heavy on this Friday, eh? So let me go and eat my lunch. Or eat all the lunch already? Alright, great. Thank you so much for listening, brothers and sisters. What are your thoughts on the matter? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. And of course, I may not, brothers and sisters, for the BRBP TV podcast for Sunday, I may not bring forth another podcast on Sunday because, well, one, I drop a number of videos on the platform, and another thing, the weather kind of put a damp on the indie videos I was supposed to come through. It was supposed to come true, so unfortunately the weather kind of put a damp on that, so I was not able to do. We never know, things might change. We'll see. If I drop one, I drop one. If I don't drop one, guys, you understand why. But hopefully next week I can get some of the individuals to come through, and then we can start dropping more podcasts right there. Another thing I could do is link up with one of the individuals from overseas and, you know, try to get the takeoff and outsider looking in. That's another thing I thought of doing. We'll see how that goes, guys. We'll see how that goes right there. Anyways, it's your boy Miss Lix. Go outside and enjoy your Friday. Hopefully that BB for you. If you don't have BB, get some Kool-Aid. Get some Kool-Aid or something for you to, you know, bask in, brothers and sisters. It's your boy Miss Lix once again. Be real. Salute the king always, despite the odds of circumstances, brothers and sisters. Be positive.